Man is strapped to the operating table. His head was securely fastened. This is because this specialist said Kang Do had been infected by the monster's virus, and that the virus had entered his brain. Now he had to take a sample of the virus from Kang Do's brain, but then he told the interpreter there was no virus at all. They just needed to use that as a reason. They need to use it to cover up the fact that the US lab in Korea dumped chemicals into the Han River, causing the monster to appear. At that moment, the brother who escaped capture found his friend. With the help of his friend, he found the exact location of his niece's phone call, but the friend who helped him had actually betrayed him for the reward money. Luckily, his brother was alert. He escaped capture again, but in the process of escaping, he accidentally fell off a bridge. Before he fell unconscious, he sent his brother and sister the location of his niece. The sister got the message and went there with a bow and arrow. On the way, she encountered a monster. She was swept into a narrow gap by the monster's tail. She escaped with her life. After the operation, Kang Do took advantage of the situation. He took a nurse with him and managed to escape from there. His brother also woke up from under the bridge. A homeless man decided to go with him to kill the monster. They all head for the monster's lair. At that moment, the daughter, who was hiding in the pipe, found the boy she had saved unconscious, so she decides to save herself. She tied the dead man's clothes together while the monster was asleep. She stepped on the monster's body to reach the rope and climbed upwards, but her movements woke the monster. By the time Kang Do found the place, his daughter had disappeared. He was hanging in midair. The monster ran over his head with an arm in its mouth. Kang Do knew it was his daughter. His sister also crawled out through the gap. Both siblings chased after the monster. The brother also rushed to the river with flasks. Officials decided to use chemical gas to kill the monster, but there was opposition from the people. They all gathered by the river. The monster swam towards them. The protesting crowd fled. The chemical gas fell in a moment. The monster howled in agony. A policeman shot at it. Kang Do stopped him because his daughter was still in the monster's mouth. He dragged her out of the monster's mouth. She was still holding the little boy. After so many twists and turns, he finally found his daughter. His brother and sister came too. Because of the poisonous gas, they all had blood coming out of their ears, but the family still didn't leave. Kang Do pulled up a billboard and killed the monster. The younger brother took a Molotov cocktail and hit it one by one. The monster was forced by the fire to run towards the river. At that moment, the homeless man poured gasoline on the monster from the bridge. All it took was one Molotov, and the monster was dead. But the last bottle, the brother's hand slipped. The sister, an archer, sets the arrow alight at the creature and hits it. The monster ran to the river in flames. Kang Do dodges from behind the bridge pier. The pipe pierced the monster's mouth, and they had their revenge. The daughter was not breathing, but the little boy she had saved was still alive. Kang Do loves the boy. At the end of the film, the official explanation for the absence of the virus is given, but no one says how the monster came to be. End of the film. The Han River monster is actually more than a monster. There's a lot more to see. The scientist who dumped the chemicals that caused the monster to appear. The scientist who dumped the chemicals that caused the monster to appear and got away with it. The American soldier who fights the monster with Kang Do in the beginning becomes the hero of the media campaign, while the main character, Kang Do, is treated like a psychopath. He was wanted by the authorities. You see, the Han River monster eats people and spits out their bones, but some monsters really do eat people without a trace.